It's Tuesday. Let's talk donuts. I'm Lisa Bernhard with Reuters, and joining me today is Eric Diton. He is president and managing director of the Wealth Alliance. Eric, I don't know about you, but I could talk donuts every day. But today is an especially good day because Krispy Kreme is on the rise, some 30% at last check. Stock is soaring after it announced it's going to roll out in McDonald's stores nationwide. You can get your Big Mac and your Krispy Kreme donut. So what's going on at this company that clearly they were looking for a wider distribution?
First off, you're talking to a person who was a Krispy Kreme fanatic. I used to, that red light went on, I pulled that car over and I got that donut. So I'm a fan. And you go back the last few years, the stock's done nothing. They just can't get it rolling. And so they need a lot more distribution. They need it fast. To get in nationally with McDonald's is huge. And you're seeing that in the stock. The stock's sitting around 16, although back in 2021, it was over 19. So just showing you the stock has really languished. To me, I've always felt great donuts, mediocre coffee. And that's why I felt that Dunkin' Donuts has always been eating their lunch, because Dunkin's got them both.
That's funny. I guess you can pair it now with the McDonald's coffee, right?
Yeah,
This,
the McCafe is solid, but I just always felt the Krispy Kreme coffee just didn't match the level of the donut.
I hear you. Okay. But honestly, on a serious note, this would actually seem to fly in the face of the fact that we do have an obesity problem in this country. And the weight loss drugs, of course, are hugely popular, and the stock of those companies has been soaring. So, I mean, how do you see this as sort of squaring with that, if you will?
We have a history in this country of getting into fads. I remember when everyone said no one was going to eat steak anymore, and for a while the steakhouses got crushed. And I was just in New York Prime in Boca Raton the other night, and you could barely stand. So we go through these phases, and we love to eat, and we love to eat bad things. And I have a feeling that this is probably going to be a good move for both McDonald's and Krispy Kreme.
In other news, there is a new stock ticker today, DJT, which people might recognize as the initials of a former president who is running for president again against Joe Biden. And this is Donald Trump's social media company, which debuted on the NASDAQ today. And the stock is soaring so far. So from your shoes, Eric, is this sustainable? What's your take?
I think this is all part of this rampant speculation that's going on. I mean, we're seeing it in Bitcoin, and we're seeing it in SPACs, we're seeing it in IPOs, we're seeing it in last day dated options. There is a lot of speculation out there. And let's face it, I don't know the exact number, but roughly half the country is supporting Donald Trump. And he's got some financial difficulties. And I think there's a lot of people out there that just say, I'm going to buy the stock just to help the Donald. And they're doing it. Now, would I touch the stock personally? No. From a financial standpoint, the first 9 months of 2023 had a roughly $3 million of revenue, and the valuation is over $7 billion. And they've lost tens of millions of dollars so far. So I think this is part of that incredible speculation. By the way, DJT, do you ever see that ticker symbol before? I did. It was Trump's casino that went into bankruptcy, and the stock was delisted in 2004. So hopefully for him, better karma second time around.
Trump is said to have a roughly $5 billion stake in the company. Is that money that he can tap into anytime soon, should he need it?
That's a great question, Lisa. So he is tied up. I believe it's 6 months that he cannot sell stock. However, the board could overrule that. That's the Donald, that's his son. If anyone could get it done, it's probably him. But let's face it, as soon as the market gets wind that he could sell earlier, I think you would see this stock take a big tumble. So it's going to be a balance between when he can sell and what the price of the stock is going to trade at. Right now, he's locked up and the stock's flying.
Okay, so stocks are up today, and I know you've been a bullish guy for a long time. So anything else moving stocks today, and what's your outlook looking forward?
Yeah, look, there's just a lot of money sloshing around out there. We just got student loans. A whole bunch of students don't have to pay the loans back. It's just positive news all around. And everyone's asking, what, with the Fed raising rates the way they did, why isn't this economy slowing? Well, before that, interest rates were zero, and a whole bunch of smart people locked in 3% mortgages, and companies issued bonds, long-term bonds at 1.5%. Those numbers are still out there. That's why we have a housing shortage. No one wants to sell their house and have to hit a mortgage at 7%. So the bottom line is that this economy continues to chug along. We have not had a 2% pullback in the market in over 100 days. That's amazing. So what's going to stop this? I don't know, but I am seeing the belief phase in the market. There is a lot of speculation. It concerns me. It's the reverse of when I was bullish a year ago, when everyone was scared. And I love when everyone's scared. Now everyone's bullish. They're trading short-dated options. Bitcoin's made a new high. It's getting a little frothy out there. I think we're due for a pullback.